It starts as one word, then it grows legs, turns into a thought, a memory, a weight. And before you know it, it's running your whole life. Not anymore. I had worries turn to whispers, whispers turn to rumors, rumors into shadows, shadows into Schumers. Now I caught it, switched it, turned Schumers into shudders, shudders back to heartbeats, beats back into butters, butter soft excuses melting down my spine, spine into a twist, twist into a sign, sign into a moment, moment into mine, mine into a mind, and the mind into a line, lines into a loop. I replay every night, night into a knot, knot into a tight, tight into a tire, tie into a fight, fight into a fear, fear into a flight, flight into a fall, fall into forever, forever into never, never into whatever, whatever into wait, wait into weather, weather into worn, worn into tethered and tethered and tethered, tethered turned to tired old chains, chains into choices, choices into change, change into chance, chance into strange, strange into strength, and that's where everything rearranged.
One word, one shift, one crack in the pattern. That's all it takes.
I'm changing, rearranging, breaking away from what drained me. People turn to voices, voices into noise, noise into a choice, choice into boys, boys into men, men into ploys, ploys into mass, and mass into toys, toys into tricks, tricks into tries, tries into truth, truth into ties, ties into tangled, tangled into lies, lies into lessons, lessons into rise, rise into a road, road into running, running into rushing, rushing into coming, coming into going, going into something, something into seen and seen into becoming. Becoming what I should have been when I was stuck inside the static, static into panic, panic into habit, habit into automatic, automatic into tragic, tragic into tired, tired into magic, magic when you finally stop feeding what broke you into anger, anger into spoke through into spoken, spoken into woke to into walking in a world that felt new and new and new. Became light, light into clear, clear into calm, calm into near, near into now, now into here, here into home, and home into I'm still here. Let it morph, let it shift, let it fall away. I'm changing, rearranging, breaking away from what drained me. My chains turn to cracks, cracks into doors, doors into a step, step into floors, floors into a path, path into yours, yours into mine, and mine wanted more, more turns to move, move into motion, motion into meaning, meaning into notion, notion into name, name into ocean, ocean into open, open into chosen, chosen into change, change into steady, steady into steps, steps into ready, ready into rise, rise into heavy, heavy into held, held into let me breathe, breathe into clear, clear into quiet, quiet into near, near into nothing left for me to fear, fear into gone, gone into here and here, here turned into peace, peace into pace, pace into power, power into grace, grace into growing, growing into space, space into self, and self into I'm okay.
You don't break the chain, you simply follow it until it becomes something else. Let it morph, let it move.